Hi there. Here is my on the road to my vacation. Get out of the car this was about 10-15 minutes I was out of the car. I had a sandwich, did a little sitting, and now here's some yogic flow side planks with a standing split extension. Feels so good, especially after sitting in a car. Now I drop into the garland or yogic squat. Also such a nice and one that we should be doing quite regularly throughout our day, especially as we age. It keeps us young in our mind, body, spirits. Here I'm going into a shoulder press / crow. I love this. It's great for stretching out the spine and the neck, but please do be mindful of your neck always. Take in precautionary as you feel strong and able to support your neck, because you don't ever want to endanger yourself. Here is a pigeon, and in pigeon pose I am extending both directions, and it's again so good for the hip flexors and the spine, especially when you're extending as I am here. It's just stretching that whole fascia out, everything. It is a really good practice to do throughout your days. Hence why I'm sharing this. Just a chest opener, back bend in that pigeon pose. It felt so good. Why does this help? Number one, I was feeling quite tired. And so to get out of that car and shake a bit and take my lunch at this rest stop, not a single soul came, which was so divine for me. I just felt free to just take this little 7-minute flow. This is a deep, low lunge side stretch. And I love it. I love it so much. Really, really good for the mind, body, spirit to just open and extend and lean into that energy. It was good medicine and very needed. Nice to be under the sunshine too for a few minutes, just soaking that in and breathing, mindful of your breath work. One thing I notice is that I don't focus nearly enough on the yogic breath. I'm taking a lot of breaths, obviously, but intentional breaths, deep breaths while you're going into the pose, and then you can hold for a few minutes if possible, and then a slow exhale through all of this is extra when you add that. I was just kind of daydreamy a little bit and in my own headspace and taking my yogic poses. I feel like my positioning is nice and solid, but I wasn't trying to shoot a yoga video. I was just taking a few minutes to chill outside the car, and those are all good as long as you're mindful of how you're feeling within your mind, body, spirit, particularly in your body, so you don't injure yourself, right? So mindful at the level that you're at. I've been practicing yoga now for 4 years solidly, and while I don't practice 45 minutes a day, I practice minimum usually 7 minutes, 10 minutes to 30 minutes. And I practice taking poses throughout my day, even while I'm at work doing my job. So it's really yoga all day long, especially when you're feeling like any pinches within the body. And you just need to release anything, whether it be emotion or body aches. It's just good to take whenever you need to. Here I am taking tree pose, and I'm doing more of a reach to the sky extension. So good on those side solar plex areas. And the extension backwards into a big toe hold, and then into dancer here. So good. I was very brief. Hold it longer if at all possible. But you're going to notice an imbalance when you're doing this position, this pose, simply because we will be a little more steady on one side than the other. And that's just from our bodies getting out of alignment for whatever reason, for driving in the car for 5 hours. Actually, I don't think I was in the car quite yet 5 hours. It was more like 3.5. I like to look at nature, so I try to get out when I can. I have the time that allows. Here, this side was much more solid and secure, and my big toe hold into dancer was much more fluid, and I held dancer in a longer, better length. So, but there's never a right and wrong. It's important to do both sides and to balance out as best as possible. But yeah. Anyhow, Silly Willy drinking my good for you belly kombuchas. This is a probiotic soda. I rarely drink any kind of sodas anymore, but when I do drink kombucha that has got effervescence in it and things with probiotics, and minimal sugar is key. So, a little cartwheel action into a round off. Yes. Don't forget to be like child, and more low lunging here. Just good for those hips when in seated positions for extended periods of time. It's vital and good for the mind, body, spirit. Anyhow, I wish you all the very best. I feel a little repetitive, but I figured I would chat at you. Chat at you mainly because the noise of the street, this highway was a lot. Be sure to be playful under the sun. Get a few minutes outside your car, outside your work, and absorb that love from great mama. Shake those hips around and release so that you can keep going the distance with a clear and alerted mind, body, spirit. All right. So much love. I have more yoga coming at you. Just gotta edit everything, and lots of work I'm shooting today. Oh, gotta stay protected. Oh, and gotta be a little sassy. What ifs? What ifs? All right. Much love. Shabama. Oh, my empty can. Right, it was nice. Peace and love.